Egypt, where time and civilizations collide. When the word Egypt is spoken, most minds immediately summon the same images: golden pyramids rising out of the desert, mummies sealed in tombs, and hieroglyphics carved in stone. And while these wonders are part of Egypt's soul, they are only a fraction of its story. Egypt is more than a museum of antiquity, it is a living, breathing nation where thousands of years of history meet a vibrant present. A land that bridges worlds. Egypt's geography has given it a role unlike any other country in history. Perched at the meeting point of Africa and Asia, Egypt is technically a transcontinental nation, with the Sinai Peninsula connecting it to the Middle East. Few places have been such natural crossroads of trade, culture, and conquest. Its coastlines stretch across both the Mediterranean Sea and the Red Sea, and at its heart lies the world's most famous river, the Nile. The Suez Canal, carved in the 19th century and expanded in 2015, has only amplified Egypt's role in global trade. This man-made artery links the Mediterranean to the Red Sea, making it one of the most important shipping lanes on Earth. In times of crisis, like the 2021 Ever Given incident, the world was reminded just how much international commerce depends on this narrow strip of Egyptian territory. Land of contrasts, from sand seas to fertile valleys. Though it is often described as desert, Egypt's landscape is far more diverse than endless dunes. About 95% of the land is desert, but this desert contains striking natural treasures. The Western Desert holds the surreal White Desert, where wind-shaped chalk formations rise like ghostly sculptures. The Eastern Desert, once rich in gold mines, still holds Roman stone quarries and forgotten roads used to transport emeralds and granite. In the Sinai Peninsula, rugged mountains like Mount Catherine and Mount Sinai rise above arid plains, and in winter, they are sometimes dusted with snow, a striking sight in one of the world's driest regions. But the lifeblood of Egypt, the reason civilization has thrived here for millennia, is the Nile River. Flowing more than 6,600 kilometers from Central Africa to the Mediterranean, the Nile is the longest river in the world. Each year in ancient times, its floods deposited rich silt on the valley floor, turning desert into farmland. Even today, about 99% of Egyptians live along its banks or in its delta. Without the Nile, Egypt would simply be barren wasteland. The Aswan High Dam, completed in 1971, changed the Nile forever. It created Lake Nasser, one of the world's largest artificial lakes, generating hydroelectric power and protecting against floods. Yet it also submerged temples and displaced communities, forcing a massive international effort to relocate monuments like the temples of Abu Simbel block by block. Ancient echoes everywhere. Egypt's history is overwhelming. Over 5,000 years ago, it was one of the first unified states on Earth. The pyramids of Giza, constructed around 4,500 years ago, still stand as the only surviving wonder of the ancient world. The Valley of the Kings, with its hidden tombs, still reveals secrets, most famously in 1922 when Howard Carter uncovered the untouched tomb of Pharaoh Tutankhamun. But history isn't only underground or inside monuments. Sunken cities like Heracleion and Canopus, now beneath the Mediterranean, are slowly being rediscovered by divers. These ruins, swallowed by the sea centuries ago, offer glimpses into Egypt's role as a thriving port civilization. Beyond the pharaohs, Egypt was shaped by Greeks, Romans, Byzantines, Arabs, Ottomans, and Europeans. Each left their mark, from Alexandria's famous library, reborn as the Bibliotheca Alexandrina in 2002, to Cairo's Islamic architecture and Ottoman mosques. Few nations carry so many layers of history in one place. A nation of many peoples. Modern Egypt is the most populous Arab country, with over 110 million people. The vast majority identify as ethnically Egyptian, but the nation is enriched by Nubians in the south, Bedouins in the deserts, Berbers in oases, and small Greek and Armenian communities in the cities. Arabic is the official language, though Egyptian Arabic has its own style, slang, and rhythm that make it instantly recognizable across the Arab world. Religion plays a central role in identity. Around 85 to 90% of Egyptians are Sunni Muslims, many influenced by Sufi traditions. About 10% are Christians, primarily members of the ancient Coptic Orthodox Church, whose liturgy preserves one of the last remnants of the ancient Egyptian language. Egypt once had a thriving Jewish population as well, though only a few families remain today. Cultural heartbeat of the Arab world. Cairo is often called the Hollywood of the Middle East. For decades, Egyptian cinema has dominated Arabic-speaking countries, producing legendary actors like Adel Imam and international stars like Omar Sharif. Egyptian music, too, resonates across the region, from the golden voice of Kulthum to today's contemporary pop. Egypt has also produced giants of thought, Nobel Prize-winning novelist Naguib Mahfouz, whose books captured life in Cairo, and chemist Ahmed Zouail, the first Arab scientist to win a Nobel in science. And then there's sport. Egyptians are passionate about football. Their national team, the Pharaohs, is one of Africa's most successful, and local clubs like Al Ahly and Zamalek fuel fierce rivalries that split Cairo on match days. Struggles and resilience. Life in modern Egypt is not without challenges. Rapid population growth puts pressure on jobs, housing, and education. Inflation and unemployment remain issues, and while education is mandatory, rural schools are often underfunded. Yet Egypt also leads in empowering women. More young women than men now graduate from secondary education, and women hold an increasing number of government positions. Politically, the 2011 revolution reshaped the nation. The fall of Hosni Mubarak, the rise and fall of Mohamed Morsi, and the presidency of Abdel Fattah el-Sisi all marked turning points. Egyptians remain deeply engaged in debates about the country's direction, balancing tradition, religion, democracy, and stability. Egypt in the world. Egypt is not just an African nation, nor just an Arab one, it is both, and more. It was the first Arab state to sign a peace treaty with Israel in 1979, a move that reshaped the Middle East. It supports the Palestinian cause, holds close ties with the Gulf states, and plays a central role in the African Union. Economically, Egypt relies on tourism, the Suez Canal, remittances from Egyptians abroad, and agriculture. It is the world's largest producer of dates and artichokes, and one of the biggest suppliers of cotton. A living civilization. Egypt is not frozen in the past, despite its ancient monuments. It is a nation in motion, grappling with modern challenges while carrying the weight of one of the richest histories on earth. To walk its streets is to step through time, from the neon-lit billboards of Cairo to the hieroglyphs carved into Luxor's stone temples, from the Red Sea's coral reefs to the silent tombs buried beneath the sand. To understand Egypt is to understand continuity. Few places on earth have kept their thread of civilization alive for so long. And still, the story continues, one that began thousands of years ago, and one that is far from finished.